Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be just a chill draw and chat with me slash catch up with me video because I feel like I haven't really sat down and talked to you guys for a little bit, and so I went over to my community tab and I asked you guys to come and send me questions or things to talk about, so that is what I'm going to be doing today. Just got the question, how was your day? Today's been okay. It's been like really rainy and chilly, and I've just been editing and drawing today. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty good day so far. I've been pretty stressed with my school workload as well as trying to upload once a week. It's a lot, but it's a challenge that I want to do for as long as I can before I just absolutely cannot handle it. Which I mean, you guys are probably thinking you should do what's best for like my mental health and my sanity, but honestly, I love making content and videos and drawing so much that if I didn't get to do that, I would also feel bad. So I guess I'm just picking my poison at this point. But yeah. And the question next is, why has your style shifted from more of an anime style to look more realistic? Do you enjoy realistic more? Would I ever go back to anime? I find this question interesting because yes, I still draw anime, I still draw stylized art, but I just don't do it as often. Studying from life helped me learn how to stylize my art in so many more ways than just anime, and I think because of that I've realized that I can draw in whatever style I want to, which is a silly realization to have because of course I can draw whatever I want to, but I feel like now I've trained myself to have the ability to do so. My mindset has shifted from why draw just one certain way when I can draw however I want to and however many styles I want to. Why limit myself when I can explore and have fun? So that's kind of my mindset that I've taken with just my art and also with my content. I feel like I used to obsess over having a niche with my channel, but essentially I just want to make whatever I want to. I just want my channel to be about me and the arts, and that's my only guidelines. Within those two guidelines, I have so much content that I could do, that I could create, and I just feel like overall that's really helped me because I'm not just limiting to myself to one thing. And honestly, it's very freeing, so it's been great. How do you color digitally? It's so beautiful. And also, any tips for starting digital art? I would say just remember to look online. Be sure to really actually sit there and watch how artists draw digitally. I love it when artists I follow post their speed paints because I then watch their speed paints and then I try to copy their process, and then while I'm doing that I pick up on tips and things that really have helped me and are still stuff I do to this day. So honestly, just make sure that you know what all the functions are in your program, watch tutorials, and then watch speed paints and processes of artists that you like and admire. What are your favorite video games? Okay, recently I got Pokemon Violet in the summer, but I got really busy and I didn't really have any time to finish the game or anything. Recently I started picking it up again and trying to play it more because I'm still trying to learn to give myself breaks. I need a hobby that's just for myself to have fun and enjoy something. If I had to say my answer right now for my favorite game franchise, it probably would be Pokemon, honestly. I have a whole string of questions from my friend Hannah, so I will be going over those now. What ideas do you have for future projects that you don't have the resources for yet, if any? I have an iPad, and that is it. Meaning I draw on my iPad, I edit on my iPad, I take notes on my iPad, I do everything on my iPad. Honestly, I would really like to have a computer and an actual drawing tablet like a Gammon or a Wacom or an XP pen. Like an actual drawing tablet would be so nice. I really want to learn animation, and I'm so happy that Procreate is making their own animation app, which is going to be so good for me because animation is what I want to do eventually as potentially my career. I am so excited for that, so all the iPad users around the world, including myself, are super happy for that. Next question, what are your biggest art influences both now and when you were first learning? When I first started drawing seriously, the only ever influences I looked at were graphic novelist artists like Raina Telgemeier, Jeffrey Brown, Sarah Anderson. I really liked manga like Maximum Ride, and I read the Ocarina of Time mangas as well. So growing up, those were my biggest influences, I would say. But then more recently, I would say I've been really looking at the art of Sakura Opal, Rin Spirit art, Ocean and Space, love to draw manga. The art of Studio Ghibli in general, both of the Spider-Verse films are just absolute masterpieces, a visual feast, so good. What are the other artists I've been obsessed with lately? Let me think about this. Oh, lately I've been really blown away by Tracy Butler's art, the artist for Lackadaisy. She's insane. The Lackadaisy pilot is absolutely amazing, breathtaking. Yeah. Oh, and also you are, Hannah. You are an amazing artist as well, and I really look up to you. So, yeah. Where do you want to be with your art in 5 or 10 years? Okay. Well, since I am allowed to dream big, I keep telling myself that. First of all, I want to graduate high school, and I think next year in my senior year, I want to take some either animation classes or stuff like that I think would help set me up for going to an art school, which is what I really want to do someday, because I'm allowed to dream big. I've been looking at SCAD in Atlanta because number 1, I've heard really good things about SCAD. Number 2, I love Atlanta. It's really near and dear to my heart. And number 3, I have family there. So for those reasons, I kind of have been eyeballing SCAD. Even though I probably will be an artist in crippling debt if I do, I still think that I want to go to a school where I can learn about proper 2D animation, learn about the pipeline, learn about concept design, character design, getting connections with people in the industry, becoming friends with people I potentially would work with. Stuff like that I feel like is very important. I also low-key kind of want to reach out to you, Hannah, and just slide into your DMs and be like, hey, can I be part of one of your projects, whether it be with storyboarding, the rough layouts, the character designs, concept art, color keys, all of that. I really want to learn how that all works in the industry and the animation process. So again, part of me wants to just slide into your DMs and be like, hey, can I be a part of one of your animation projects? But I'm too shy to do that. So now that I've said it, the ball is in your park, Anna, okay? Do with that as you will. Last question. How did you come up with the design for your super cute persona? Thank you. That scene in Rudolph. She thinks I'm cute. Okay, well, my persona wears a pink off-the-shoulder sweater, and I actually own that sweater in real life. The hair is styled with blunt bangs that are slightly a little bit too long, with 2 side bits that go in front of my ears because that's my actual hairstyle. And then I have longer length hair that I usually straighten. And I usually have bright hot pink hair, but over the summer I went swimming in a saltwater pool, and within 2 minutes, all of my color were stripped from my head. So now I am currently a blonde. I never in my life thought I'd be blonde, but here we are. I gave her white cat ears, which are inspired by my love of two characters, which is Hello Kitty and Marie from the Aristocats. And I just think having clip-on cat ears in my hair is something that can make me identifiable and recognizable. It's become part of my branding at this point. So yeah, I hope that answers all your questions. Oh, and these are from my friend Beyond Cartoons. I got a bunch of fun questions. What's your favorite part of the process when it comes to creating art? Sketching, line work, coloring, etc. I probably would say I like the sketching phase and the color phase. Sketching, you're basically building up in your head what you want the final piece to look like. And then coloring is just that I've really grown fond of using colors in my artwork, that it's just become really fun for me, picking and choosing colors that look aesthetic together. So those would be my answers. Any good mindsets to have when stepping out of your comfort zone? As an artist, I often struggle with treading into new territory in my work. I would say don't feel like you have to post every single drawing you make. Because if you're drawing something new and you're like, man, this looks so bad, no one has to see that. Literally, you don't have to show it to anybody. That could just be for you. Once you just realize that if you're drawing without the mindset of you're going to be posting it, I feel like that's really freeing, and that's when I've honestly made some of my best pieces, is when I change my mindset from this is something I'm going to post versus something that I'm just doing for myself to better my skills. When stepping out of your comfort zone, especially for the first couple times, never feel the need to post those first drawings. In order to be good, you have to suck first. Am I right? Have you ever wanted to try animating at some point? I've dabbled in animation here and there. Actually, when I first started out in digital art, I immediately jumped headfirst into animation, but then I realized that I should be focusing on my drawing skills, my anatomy, my proportioning, my stylizations, and my ability to draw before I try to jump into animating, which I was not doing. So I decided to pause trying to jump into animation, and I decided to step back and just really focus on my fundamentals and drawing skills, because in the long run, those fundamentals and skills are what is going to make me a good animator. Currently, I'm only ever dabbling in it, only doing a couple seconds of animation. I hope to get more and more into it as I use the new Procreate animation software that comes out in November, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah. Is there any it's so bad it's good media that you enjoy? Okay, the Sonic fandom kind of has a bad reputation for being cringy and ooh-woo, but honestly, I really like Sonic, and I think it just has a bad rap. Honestly, it's a pretty good franchise with great character designs, great movies. Actually, the movies are pretty sick, and good games. Generally, Sonic is just really good. Voltron, people were like, their show got ruined after season 3, but honestly, I really liked Voltron. I just think the one thing about it that left a bad taste in my mouth was the series kind of traumatizing finale. So yeah, didn't talk about anything that I drew in this video, but for the first portion, I was asked on Instagram, someone asked me to draw a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I decided to draw Tylee, because Tylee is my favorite Avatar character and she needs more appreciation. I had another person ask me what is my favorite Genshin character, and my favorite Genshin character is Tighnari, so that is who I drew also. And then someone told me, draw something that's completely opposite of what you would draw. Draw this scientist man with a giant sword who has the opposite color schemes of what you usually would do. I decided to give it a try and draw this scientist futuristic looking man that kind of looks evil. I wanted to draw some 17 fan art from the teasers on their Instagram, so I decided to redraw one. So that's the artwork from the video. I never brought it up because I never I don't know, got the opportunity to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that there will be a video next week. Thanks for sitting and chatting with me. Hopefully you got to draw some too. I will see you in my next video, whenever that is. And bye-bye!